If you like this video and want to see more, click the red subscribe button now. We live in a world that is constantly in motion. Goods are shipped, people travel, commerce flows, roads, railways, airways. But have you ever stopped to think about what keeps all that movement safe? It's not magic. It's the result of hard work by dedicated professionals who often go unnoticed. These are the transportation inspectors, vehicles carrying our families, vehicles carrying our food, vehicles carrying our future. They are the frontline defense against mechanical failure, faulty equipment, and preventable disasters. Their job isn't glamorous, but it is absolutely essential to the functioning of our modern society. The importance of this role cannot be overstated. Millions of tons of cargo, countless passengers rely on the integrity of our systems. A single overlooked crack in a truck's frame or a worn-out brake on a bus can have catastrophic consequences. So, what does a transportation inspector actually do all day? The job is far more dynamic than you might imagine. An inspector's primary duty is to examine vehicles and equipment to ensure they comply with safety regulations. Inspect commercial trucks at a weigh station. Check a fleet of city buses at a depot. Examine freight containers at a port. They scrutinize brake systems, tires, steering mechanisms, cargo securement. They look for any sign of wear, damage, or non-compliance that could pose a risk on the road. It's a hands-on job that requires getting up close and personal with heavy machinery. The work environment for a transportation inspector is rarely a corner office. You'll most often find them outdoors in all kinds of weather, working at roadside inspection sites, bustling freight terminals, noisy vehicle maintenance facilities. The job can be physically demanding, involving a lot of walking, standing, climbing, crawling to get a good look at every part of a vehicle. They need to be constantly aware of their surroundings to stay safe. It's a role for people who prefer the tangible world of steel and rubber over a computer screen. One of the most compelling aspects of a career as a transportation inspector is that a 4-year college degree is often not a prerequisite. This opens the door for hardworking individuals who have a strong mechanical aptitude but may not have pursued higher education. The primary qualification is not a diploma but deep, practical knowledge of vehicle mechanics. Many top inspectors come from diesel mechanics, truck drivers, fleet maintenance technicians. They've spent years with their hands on the very equipment, giving them an intuitive understanding you can't learn in a classroom. Employers typically look for a high school diploma or a GED plus several years of hands-on experience. Worked in a truck repair shop? You know what to look for in a faulty brake system? Driven a big rig across the country? You understand cargo securement and what happens when it fails. This real-world experience is your currency. It shows knowledge of commercial vehicle systems operations and common points of failure, exactly what hiring agencies want. If you like this video and want to see more, click the red subscribe button now. While formal education may not be required, professional certifications are absolutely critical. These credentials are what transform your hands-on experience into a recognized and verifiable qualification. The most important certifications for transportation inspectors, particularly those dealing with commercial motor vehicles in the United States, are offered by the Commercial Vehicle Safety Alliance, or CVSA. The CVSA North American Standard Inspection Program is the gold standard, and becoming certified in its various levels is often a mandatory requirement for employment with state and federal agencies, like the Department of Transportation. The good news is that access to the knowledge needed for these certifications is more available than you might think. While the official CVSA courses often come with a cost and are provided by employers, the underlying information and regulations are public domain. The Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration website is a treasure trove of free resources. It houses the complete rulebooks, operational guides, and inspection bulletins that form the basis of the certification exams. You can study the official regulations on everything from tire tread depth to hazardous materials placarding without spending a dime. Aspiring inspectors should focus on mastering the North American Standard Level 1 inspection. This is the most comprehensive inspection and is a foundational certification. You can start by downloading the official FMCSA handbooks and the CVSA out-of-service criteria. Study them relentlessly, but it will put you miles ahead of the competition and demonstrate your initiative to a potential employer who will then sponsor your official training. Embarking on a career as a transportation inspector follows a clear and logical progression. The first step is to build your foundation. If you're starting from scratch, get a job in a related field. Diesel mechanics helper, tire technician for a commercial fleet, yard worker at a trucking company. Gain 2 to 3 years of documented hands-on experience with commercial vehicles. Once you have a solid experience base, the next step is to actively pursue knowledge. Begin your self-study of FMCSA regulations. Begin your self-study of CVSA inspection criteria. At the same time, start researching potential employers. Look at job postings with your state's Department of Transportation. Look at highway patrol openings. Look at large private carriers with internal safety and compliance departments. The third step is to get your foot in the door. With your experience and self-study, you are now a strong candidate for an inspector trainee or an entry-level inspector position. In your application and interviews, highlight your practical background and highlight your proactive study of the regulations. Employers often provide formal, paid training and sponsorship to achieve CVSA Level 1. This is the pivotal moment where informal learning becomes a formal credential. The final stage is about growth and specialization. Pursue further certifications in hazardous materials. This can lead to roles as a senior inspector, as a training officer, or as a safety manager. The path starts with getting your hands dirty, but it can lead to a long, stable, and rewarding career as a respected expert in your field. If you like this video and want to see more, click the red subscribe button now.